welcome back to another console review. This time we're going to review the Marvels that just came out this past week. Yeah, we have Albert and Kelvin here because we're the only two console months that have watched the Marvels. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're going to directly do a spoiler review for the Marvels. So if you haven't watched the movie, go watch it first and then come back and listen to our review if you're into that, I guess. So yeah, Albert, um let's just, you can say anything before we get started.
Yeah, can you take a guess which film in what installment in the MCU is the Marvels? What film number? Excluding the TV show, excluding the one-offs.
Oh, excluding those, I'm gonna go with, this is probably 36.
Ooh, you're close. It's 33.
Oh, okay. I
33.
was, I was thinking around the 30s, it's around there. Yeah. All right. Damn, it's been 33 movie already for
Yeah,
MCU.
pretty much.
Huh. Oh, man, it is more than 10 years or so.
Yeah, since 2008. So yeah, the Marvels, directed by Nia DaCosta, starring Brie Larson, Teyonah Parris, Iman Vellani, Zawe Ashton, Samuel L. Jackson. It's a sequel to Captain Marvel that came out in 2019. Yeah,
2019, yeah.
2019, a sequel to Miss Marvel that came out 2 years ago. Somewhat a sequel to WandaVision. I think those three are the ones that are essential to this film. However, as I mentioned in our podcast that we just shoot, the Councilmen podcast, we did non-spoiler review there. I thought that this movie did a very good job in terms of filling in the backstory. And like for people who might not be as familiar with this character, they did a very good job in filling in the backstory. So like if you don't watch those three things that I mentioned, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and WandaVision, I think you can still follow the story pretty well. But it will obviously help if you do watch them.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, sometimes what's her name? Monica in there. She just kind
Yeah.
of casually mentioned, "Oh yeah, I walk into a witch hex."
Well, no, that's like one of the things, right? Like they mention it, stuff like that. But again, since this is spoiler, they use
Yeah.
that. There is a lot of flashbacks, and I thought the flashbacks progress the story because there is a part in the film where they use the Kree
Mm.
scroll,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like the mind reading tool thingy. And I thought that was a smart way to do the backstory because we learn a little bit more backstory for both of the characters. They show scenes from WandaVision, which, like, if people haven't watched WandaVision, they're like, oh, okay, so that's what
Right,
happened.
they did.
And there's also sequences in from Miss Marvel, stuff like that. So I thought that was like a smart storytelling tool to visualize it to the audience, but also at the same time, it's essential to the story of why they're doing it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But overall,
Uh,
though, for the Marvels, honestly, I don't really, I kind of not, and I don't entirely get the hate for the Marvels, man. Because honestly, overall, it's very, very fun movie. I think the chemistry between, like, the three main character, right? They're really
mhm.
fun to follow. I think the weakest one is probably Monica. Did you agree on that? No,
The weakest of the three,
I think I'm pretty sure it's
maybe, but
Monica.
all of them have redeeming factors in my opinion. But yeah, possibly if I have to pick, probably Monica.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I
yeah.
thought all those three again, like you said, I think that's the strongest factor, really, the dynamic between the three. My one of my favorite scenes in the movie is literally them practicing together, trying to get their switching abilities right while in the ship.
Yeah, they
I
have the
really like.
montage, the whole montage thing going on as well.
Yeah, I really like
Yeah.
that. And the whole personality difference of how they, because like Carol, obviously much more stoic. She wants to be on her own, kind of thing. And like in the first two movies, we didn't get to see, first two being Captain Marvel and Endgame. We didn't really get to see a lot of her personality. So this one is definitely her best that she's been written. And again, that's not saying much because the first two is not a lot, but it's refreshing to see Brie. I thought Brie Larson brings life to the character, and I think she's really good in this. And like Monica Rambeau, sort of like, okay, I have a relationship with you, but you haven't come back since forever, so I kind of have a grudge to you, kind of thing in the
Mm.
beginning at least. And like, meanwhile, Miss Marvel's like, oh my God, Captain, my Captain, yes, I'll do whatever you want. I'm shaking your hands. I'm so excited. You're my favorite hero. Oh my God. So like the whole class of dynamic characters, I think is a lot of fun. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, uh, Yeah, again, I think they carried it. I think Iman Vellani is probably the best in terms of performance wise. I just wish my main issue is that the runtime is really fast, and there are moments where I kind of want to sit in those emotions a little bit, but they don't let the character like sort of simmer in that emotion. They just fast forward for the sake of storytelling, and it pays kind of quickly. So it's like, okay, I kind of wish we spend more time doing this conversation or whatnot.
Yeah, I can agree on that. Yeah, because sometimes because of the pacing, I guess it's only 1 hour, what, 40-ish minutes, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Some moments just feels quite rushed, but overall, though, I don't think it too for me at least it doesn't affect me too much about it. Yeah. Um. What else is there to talk about?
Oh, I thought you were saying something. Yeah, no, I think this movie relies heavily on how much you care about the characters, and I think that's why I liked it because I like Miss Marvel as a character. I'm tolerant towards Carol Brie Larson. I know a lot of people who hates Captain Marvel as a character, and they probably have a um pre what's the word for it? Like
The
they have a
expectation of
judge
hating it, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
judgment towards prior towards it already. And like Monica doesn't have that much shine in WandaVision, so I wouldn't expect much from people to love it. But like the fact that the movie very heavily relies on how much you care about Kamala and her personality, and with Brie Larson's Carol Danvers, if you don't like it, I think you will probably not enjoy this film.
I mean, like, I don't really care too much about any of the characters. Like, I think I've mentioned, I think, when we're watching the Miss Marvel TV series, I don't really
You
like
know,
uh
yeah,
Kamala Khan too much. Yeah, as a character, but still though, I still find her the jokes that she says. She's basically the comedy of the group, and,
right,
and it
right.
works very well, I think, with the dynamic of the three. Yeah, and then
Mhm.
yeah, Captain Marvel is just unfortunate that the first movie is really suppressing her emotion, I guess, right? So
Yeah,
she
that's a
really
whole
cannot
plot of
show
the
much.
movie. Yep. Yep.
But yeah, she's fine in this one. And she finally admits it that man, it gets lonely in space.
Yeah. Mhm.
Got a little bit of a character development there.
Mhm. And yeah, I mean, like we got to learn about the backstory. Like she's apparently married with the prince, so technically she is a Disney princess. We gotta add her to the
Yeah,
canon of Disney princess.
I was gonna ask, like, well, what's your whole thoughts on that? What's the name? Alatna, the planet's name?
I don't remember.
Because that
Um,
that whole sequence turns into a whole musical.
I love that. I love the whole musical sequence. I can see why some people might be very irritated by it. Like, what the heck? This is so stupid. But I absolutely love it. I was like, this is
Dude,
off the rails, and I love it. So
me
yeah.
too. Like when that happens, I'm thinking like, man, this is. I'm not saying it's like that movie, but I was thinking of like this is kind of like as goofy as Ragnarok kind of deal. It's just out of
Oh,
nowhere.
fair.
Yeah, type of jokes. I'm
Well,
like,
I
all right,
always joke that one day MCU, because they're doing all kinds of genre, they'll do a musical one day, and this is like the first step to it. I don't know if
this is the
they'll
first step,
even
man.
I don't know if they'll ever do a full musical. But yeah, there's like at least this is something. I thought it was like fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
I really like all the, like we mentioned, the training when they use the body swapping mechanism. I thought that was really creative. Like I mentioned this when the trailer comes out, it reminds me of the Lego video games where you gotta switch characters to
mm,
accomplish certain puzzles. They do that and they gotta coordinate and stuff. I thought the action sequence with that is like really cool. I don't even know how you begin choreographing any of that, especially in the first time we see it where they're jumping between three different locations of Kamala's house in the ship, in the Kree ship,
and
and
and the
in the
space thing, right?
Sam Jackson's like
Yeah, yeah,
space
yeah.
whatever thingy,
Station thing, yeah.
elevator thing. The fact that it jumps towards all three spots, I don't even know how you storyboard or choreograph that. I thought that was like really good. I was like, that's really cool that they are able to all do all of that. And even the third act too.
The third act, once they got the hang of it, it looks pretty neat when they're just switching about and they're all in sync. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But though still, I still have this one thing that I just cannot suspend my disbelief whenever I see Kamala Khan.
Okay.
There is in no way she can fight. the
You don't
she's
think she could have like fight training? You know?
she beat freaking what the soldiers, the Kree soldiers, man, that got proper training. Kamala Khan is a high schooler without prior martial arts training.
We don't know what you've done in between Miss Marvel and this one. Oh, actually, no, that's the end. Well, the end of Miss Marvel is the beginning of this, but maybe the end of Miss Marvel had a time jump. We never know. And also, dude, her powers is literally like no one have seen anything like it. So it's
Yeah,
like,
but
oh,
still though, the thing is, what I cannot believe is her movement is too fluid
no,
for
that's true.
someone that has
Very
never fought.
fluid. Very
Yeah,
fluid. That's
exactly.
fair. I
That's
didn't
the
thought of
thing that
that.
I just cannot get over. Like if she's
I
so
didn't thought
clumsy
of
and
that.
everything, but her power makes up for it, yeah, I'm okay with that. But
But
this
is
is
it
like too trained.
in the defense of Kamala? A lot of her movements remind me of a lot of parkour movements, and she's done parkour in the series. So it's like, okay, maybe she used the light to do parkour movement, like the sliding and the jumping and whatnot. It's like, okay, I can see that. You know.
I guess. But nah, that's the one thing I still cannot get over.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Monica, I thought was good. We see a lot more of her intelligence in this film than what we've
Mm.
seen in the past. Because again, WandaVision didn't show much of her. So we'll see a lot of her intelligence in this one,
Well,
and her
we
power
see
sets. I
her.
didn't realize her power sets is like that.
We see her intelligence from the what's the name? Her over explaining things, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, she's a
Which
scientist of the crew.
yeah, honestly, that to me at least, that joke kind of get over, kind of
Got
like
old.
got old quickly for that one.
Fair, fair,
Yeah,
fair. Um, yeah.
but yeah,
She
yeah, her
can
powers
fly
are really
now.
cool though. Her powers
Hmm.
pretty cool, like just phasing through stuff, things like that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot she can face, and even though the main scene in WandaVision is her facing bullets and everything, but I forgot she did that. And when she did that for
I
the first time, I
remember
was
she
like,
can
oh, wow.
face. I didn't know she can
Yeah,
fly.
yeah, she can fly in the comics and everything. So yeah, she was flying in this one. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
that's cool. That's cool.
Um, yeah, like I said,
Uh,
the power switching is cool.
the yeah, pretty much. The bad stuff about this movie is probably the villain. Yeah,
Villain's forgettable.
the, the villain is very forgettable. It's like I think I said it before we start uh filming recording here. Like throughout the movie, honestly, I can't even remember her name.
Yeah, Darben, played by Zawe Ashton.
Yeah, she's just that forgettable. But I do have to say, I'll give my props. I kind of like the idea of like, oh, she's opening up portal to get resources from other place for the Kree. I'm like, oh, okay.
Revenge and
Pretty
revenge plot.
pretty good motivation, I think, and the means on how to do it. It's like, all right, that's cool. But it's just as a whole, the character, and especially the ending of the character before she died. I'm like, that is the worst. Like she got the bangle and decided to like clank it and just opens a portal and she died. I know, she just dies before. I'm like, what? Very unsatisfying, like death. That's all I'm saying for her.
Yeah, no, I think I definitely think that as a the performance, she did a fine job with it. I think she worked with what she have. Nothing against her as an actress. The motivation, I can understand it. The the whole, I think it's just, again, I think it's the pacing and everything, and makes her forgettable and everything like that. She gets defeated very easily too.
She
Um,
defeats herself.
yeah, because of the overloading of the powers, of the what do they
The
call it?
Bengals
Not
thing.
bangles. Yeah,
Yeah.
she overloaded. But yeah, she's just a forgettable villain. She's gonna be very forgettable. There's not much. Yeah, there's not much you can do about it. And I think the runtime is part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the villain's probably the weakest part.
The
I
vil-
like Kamala's parents. I think they bring a lot of energy to the film. I love the relationship with Kamala and the parents,
Definitely.
and just involved with everything, including the brother. I think Nick Fury was solid. Um, I like Nick Fury in this one. How do you feel about Nick Fury?
He's okay. I don't feel too much about him. He's just fine to me. The one I'm surprised at. Oh, do you want to say something about Nick Fury?
No, I was about to say Nick Fury is very interesting because every time Nick Fury is with Carol, he always seems so much lighthearted compared to Nick Fury with any other
Guy
Avengers
Niana.
member.
Oh man, she's
And I
the
kind of I kind of like that. I was like, in this one, he seems very chill in this film.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like in other Avengers, like serious. So I kind of like that.
Wait, actually, is this after or before Secret Invasion?
This should be after because he's back
After.
in Saber. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Just making
Hmm.
sure. But yeah.
It should be.
I was gonna say one thing that surprised me, and I like a very pleasant surprise, is that the Flurkins. They're a lot
Played a big
more.
role.
Yeah, played a big role actually. In this whole movie. But the one that is kinda not. It's not even kinda. It is out of nowhere. Is the laying of eggs suddenly just there. You know,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
laying
No. No.
the Flurkin eggs thing. I'm like, hmm. And the first time they even talked about it, it's like they don't even zoom into the egg. So I was when they're talking about it, like, what am I supposed to look at? I was trying to look for it.
Oh yeah, and then it took a while, and then it zooms to the left, right? I was the same thing. I was like, who is speaking here? And then like it
Yeah,
zooms in
that
eventually,
is
and then like,
such a weird
but
like
as
thing
they
to do.
mention eggs, I exactly know that it's a flurkin because of the trailers. Because I remember the many
Oh,
kittens
there are many
scene.
cats.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like it's Goose because they say Goose is looking a little chunky or something. The mother said. I was like, oh, it's Goose.
Oh, I didn't even
Goose is gonna
catch
lay
that. Yeah.
eggs, and they're gonna see a whole cat going loose. But I didn't realize what they're gonna do with the flurkin eating the people. I was like, that is so funny and that's so creative.
Yeah, it's
And the
kind of
fact that
funny.
they
Don't run away. Let the
the
flurkin eats
flurkin
you. You will be safe.
yeah. I thought that's so funny, and also the fact that they used a song from Cats for that whole sequence because it's
Is
played
it a
a
song from
memory.
Cats?
It's the memory song from Cats. So it's
Oh,
like it's so the fact that they
that's
use
good.
that. It's like so funny. Um. So yeah, I love Goose and her offsprings. Is fantastic in this
Man,
one.
Goose is great.
Goose is
Yeah.
great. Um.
Now you have an army of Goose as well.
Yeah. Oh god, there is so many of
There's
them.
so many
Whoa.
Goose, man.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine Endgame, but they just kind of with the Flurkins helping. That'll be much cooler.
Oh my
Thanos
god.
just getting eaten by one.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think? What you think of the ending of the film? Uh. Oh well. Before we go to ending, is there anything else you want to highlight from the film?
No, not really.
Okay. So the ending
Yeah.
of the film, overloading of the bangle, rips a portal through space time,
Mhm.
multiverse. Isn't it something like, oh, we're
Multiverse
doing
again.
multiverse again?
Yeah.
And then obviously Monica Rambeau sacrificed herself. Spoiler: as it goes to the end credit, she ends up being in an alternate universe. What you think about the whole Monica now being in an alternate timeline and another portal open up?
I mean, man, that mid credit scene though, with the bees showing up, I was, woo! All right, we're getting X-Men soon then. I was kind. I mean, I'm just happy that X-Men's coming, and now we are seeing how they're doing it using the alternate universe type of deal. I mean, kind of there was a whole theory of that, like people speculating that's how they're gonna do it, which well, I guess it came true. It does make the most sense, right? You know,
Yeah,
for the X-Men to suddenly to exist in the MCU using an alternate time universe type of deal. So yeah, very I'm I'm just very happy that X-Men's gonna be there, and also the mom Maria Rambo is that's Captain Marvel. Is that right? Is she
no,
supposed to be Captain Marvel of the universe?
she's binary.
Oh, that's her name. Binary. Okay.
Well, she goes by binary. Binary is also binary. Carol Danvers has gone by the name binary before in the past. Um, so it's I guess she's Captain Marvel, but a different version because it's like something to do with solar energy in a little bit. I don't exactly,
Ah,
I don't fully know like binary's full power set, but I know it have a lot of energy manipulation and something to do with solar power. Um, so yeah,
I'm gonna assume it's very similar to Carol Danvers.
possibly, um,
Yeah,
possibly.
but
So, but
I'm just very excited for the X-Men to be there. Like seeing the Beast. The Beast looks pretty good.
he is definitely CG. Does the
Yeah,
CG
CG
look
for
good in your
sure.
opinion?
I mean, maybe I'm just too hyped when I was seeing it. I was like, whoa! So I didn't really take a good look.
Uh,
But it's like, from the bits that I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be that good because again, it's just a post credit. Usually, post
Yeah,
credit isn't good. Just
yeah,
like
yeah,
Thanos at first, but
yeah,
as it is, it's all right.
yeah. I
I think
like
he
I
looks
like
alright.
I like the character design is very comic accurate to compare because the previous piece has always been prosthetics and this one's clearly CG, so they could do more
Mm,
with it. And I thought it looks
more
fantastic and
muscle.
yeah, and like the
Yeah.
something the face structure as well and the teeth, and the fact that Kelsey Grammer, who played him in X Men Last Stand and reprised him for a small bit in X Men Days of Future Past, the fact that he's reprising in this one, I thought that was really cool. Um, and yeah, the fact that she's an alternate universe to the X Men, which is interesting again because we already somewhat established that Kamala Khan is a mutant in the Miss Marvel
Yeah.
series, so mutant does exist, but I guess like not a vast majority. And I'm curious where this is gonna go. Obviously, we know Deadpool 3 is coming, and he's a mutant. And I have a theory
There's
of what
Wolverine.
Deadpool 3 is gonna be about with Wolverine. I have a theory of what Deadpool 3 is gonna be about potentially, which my theory a little sidetrack. My theory is Deadpool 3 is gonna be Deadpool kills the X Men universe, kills the Fox universe. So it's
That makes
unlike
sense.
because we've done
To
Deadpool kills
end it, right?
Marvel,
Yeah.
yeah, but this is Deadpool kills the Fox universe. We're going to see lots of cameos. We heard the rumors already. Jennifer Garner is going to be in there as Elektra, and she's in the Fox
Mm.
universe technically. So that's probably possibly a thing. There's also like rumors that Miss Minutes and Mobius from Loki is going to appear in Deadpool. So that just makes more sense of like timeline stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't know how they're going to incorporate this version of the X Men because they mentioned Charles. I wonder
Yeah.
if it's Patrick
Jim
Stewart
Buckle.
again
Oh.
or James
Yeah.
McAvoy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got so we got Binary, we got
Beast.
Charles, and we got Beast. But yeah, I thought the post credit was cool. And I guess backtrack that a little bit
Okay.
before the post credit, the last
Yeah.
scene of the movie.
So what was even the last scene?
You forgot the last scene. How dare you, Calvin? You forgot the last scene of the movie. Um,
What was the
I'll
last scene? I don't remember.
one. Give me 2 seconds.
All right, sure. I don't. Last scene of the movie. What the
So
hell happened there?
we remember Kamala goes back to Earth. Carol, obviously, she solved the issue with the Kree, which is good. She solved the
Mm-hmm.
issue with the Kree. Everything is good. Brings back life. Monica is on another universe. Kamala goes back to Earth. Kamala talks to Nick Fury. What did she ask for? Intel.
Oh, Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, baby. We got Lucky the Pizza Dog. We got Kate Bishop back. Kate Bishop's back in the MCU.
I
I'm
completely
excited
forgot
for
about
this,
that.
obviously, but yeah, I can't believe I forgot about it. I'm obviously very excited for this, but at the same time, I'm very, 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 very pissed that I got spoiled by this. I saw this on Twitter 3 days before the film's even released in America.
Mm-hmm.
Someone posted a screenshot, and there's no way I could avoid it. I saw it. I tried to swipe away, like pretending I didn't see what I just saw, but I clearly just saw what I just saw. I'm like, crap, she's gonna
There's
be in it.
there's
I'm like, so I'm happy, but I'm like, God damn it, I got spoiled. I'm so pissed.
there's that what's the name? The bargaining stage, like, no, no, I didn't see that, I didn't see that. Then you
I
just
know, I
the
know.
acceptance, like, okay, I know.
But then, like, obviously, I'm very excited. As soon as I saw the silhouette, I was like, "Yep, I saw the bow silhouette. It's Kate Bishop. Let's go." I know this is the apartment, and Lucky, and I'm like, "Yeah."
So I,
So
I feel like when I saw they showed the apartment first, right? Then it slowly
yeah,
zoomed to the door. Yeah, I'm like, that's Kate Bishop apartment.
yeah, exactly. I would have known that too. It's like if I didn't know she was gonna be in it, and that happens, I guarantee you, I would have screamed. I was like, "Oh my god!" But I guess you know what? That spoiler is a good thing for the people sitting around me because that way I didn't scream because I know it's coming. I was still excited. I was like, "Yeah!" Like that, twisting up my I am in the air, but I didn't scream because I would have like literally jumped out of my seat, jolt full of like emotion and rush of excitement, just seeing her back. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. They're definitely setting up Young Avengers.
Yeah,
They mentioned
definitely.
they mentioned Cassie, so it's gonna be Kamala, Cassie, Kate,
Kate. Who else is there?
possibly Wiccan, aka is it Billy or Tommy? Maximoff, Wanda's witch son. Maybe
Are they
maybe
still
both.
alive?
Well, here's the thing. They already cast Joe Locke as
Oh.
as like a teenage version of
Of
Wiccan, aka
mm,
Billy,
Billy.
aka
Yeah.
Billy, as a teenage
All right.
version of Billy for Agatha Darkhold Diaries. So
Huh.
we might see that. Shuri doesn't really make sense because of the Wakanda thing.
No.
Um,
She's a
Spider Man,
queen.
yeah, Spider Man doesn't make sense because no one knows he's a boy. He's a teenager. People memories erased. They just know he's a man, Spider
That's
Man,
true.
so they wouldn't know that. Um, and then like uh,
Plus is young.
America Chavez, possibly she's young.
Possibly. Yeah.
She got portal powers and she's learning to be a wizard. At the end of She-Hulk, it revealed that Hulk have a son. Possibly
Possibly, I guess.
that could be one as well. Obviously, there was the young guy that was casted as who is supposed to be Patriot
Mm.
in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Obviously, we have never seen him
Oh,
confront
right,
Patriot.
that dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. The one in the conflict the Falcon thing, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, and Ironheart, but she's gonna have her own show, so probably
Mm,
not.
no.
Uh,
I forgot about Ironheart.
I just remembered her on top right now, literally.
Yeah.
And there is as well. Can you imagine if they bring back the kid from Iron Man 3?
What is he gonna do?
I
Make
don't know,
potato
man.
spot guns?
He's a tech genius. Hey, he's probably a tech genius. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, it's like a
What?
bunch of characters that they could possibly do.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not too attached
Young
with
of it.
the young Avengers. Like I said, I mean, probably the best one
That's
is
fair.
definitely Haley, Kate Bishop, right? I don't
Hmm.
like Cassie lying too much, especially after Quantumania. I don't like.
Fair.
Who else was there just now? Ironheart, not really the best either. For after Wakanda Black Panther, Wakanda Black Panther for Black no
Black Panther Wakanda
Black Panther
forever.
Wakanda Forever. Yeah, not really the best either, especially with that like weird ass suit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like obviously out of those we mentioned, Kate would probably the best to be the leader.
most likely. Yeah.
Outside of Kamala, maybe, but Kate feels like
Nah,
she's
Kamala is not
definitely
gonna be a leader.
she's the most mature. Kate's the most mature,
Yeah,
so yeah, definitely can see
Kamala
that.
is not gonna be a leader.
Hmm. Plus, Haley's probably the best actress out of all the cast members anyway, so yeah, that would make
Yeah.
sense. But yeah, excited for that. Excited for the X Men. Um, excited for whatever's happening next. Kind of.
I mean, I'm, I don't know, man. MCU has been
MC's
well. I
been
mean, this year at least there have been. I'm giving this a 3.5 for the Marvels. Albert is giving it a
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Yeah, so that means it's at least good, pretty good movie. It's a good
Hmm.
movie. So that means this year with the shows and movies, there
Uh
are
huh.
3 good MCU stuff this year compared to 2 bad ones. Yeah,
Guardians 3, The Marvels, and Loki.
and Loki
Um,
season 2, they're the
Loki
good
season
ones.
2,
Those 3.
and then Secret Invasion and Quantumania is a bad one.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
at
nah, that's
least
fair.
we won 3 out of 2 this
Three
time
out of
for
three
MCU. Yeah. To be fair, Guardians is really good. All right.
is really good, and Loki is really
Yeah.
good. We're gonna
Loki
talk
is
about
really
that
good.
soon.
Yeah. All right. So I don't think there's much else to talk about with the Marvels. So let's just
No,
end it there, I guess. And yeah. So go ahead and plug this thing, Albert, if you want.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
follow us on our socials at Twitter, Instagram, Letterbox at Councilmen Show. If you like this video, obviously help us. Leave a like, leave a comment. What you think of the film? Do you disagree? You agree with us? Do you like it? Do you hate it with a burning passion? Let us know in the comment section below. And share with your friends as well. Check out all of our other stuff. We have a podcast called The Councilman that we do every single week. So check out that podcast. Is available on the YouTube channel, or you can also check out uh, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, other audio platforms available. It's called The Councilman Podcast. So yeah.
Yeah, very much that. And yeah, I guess with that, the Councilman has reviewed. And we'll see you on the next one.